What's up? Man, this has caused a concern, debate. Had a wild night. I'm tired. And y'all won't let me rap. Not one wink of sleep. Jeez. I can't get a break. For those who don't know who I am, I'm Carcino. This is One Crack News. At least I think it is. Yeah, it is. This is One Crack News. And here we're going to talk about the fake advocates that are out here advocating all of these things they don't believe in. And all this fake advocacy that we're seeing. And this dangerous hypocrisy. That's what I like to call it. Dangerous hypocrisy. Because their hypocrisy that they're spreading is so bad, it's contaminating the minds of the people. Sorry. What's up, Guru Roach? They finally let me see one person come in here. See, they don't want to send this stuff out. Now I guess people are starting to come in. Morning. Now, the video I posted, I did the video last night. I think it posted this morning. Caused a lot of people to think I was taking up for Floyd Mayweather and Floyd's your guy and you're taking up for Floyd because he's your homeboy and your friend to the end, hidey ho, and you're hating. And I'm like, man, people are really screwed up. The more you guys spoke, the more I realized how right Floyd was in that statement. You guys are really go for the banana in the tailpipe. You guys are really caught up into all of these things that are happening. And you're not realizing the bigger picture is that nothing's getting done. Wow, that's amazing. That is very amazing. Now, we just heard T.I. come out with a song, right? And I did it very justly on the video. I didn't really go into the song at all. I just basically said he made a song, dissing Floyd, said a couple of things, and this was Floyd's response. I kept myself out of it. I kept my views about the song and everything out of it. I mostly kept the focus on what he said and Floyd's response to what he said. Now, on One Crack News, you got to get the raw. Because you don't seem to get it. This is what I mean by fake advocacy. When I first heard the song, I thought T.I. was talking about himself. Because when he was talking about fuck nigga and a person, they ain't doing what they supposed to do and what they advocating, Floyd does exactly what he advocates. He advocates that he's Money Mayweather, and he does exactly that. Spends money and flaunts money and does exactly what he said. But the person who advocates something and not what they say they are is T.I. He's the one that's frauding. He's the one that's the trap man 1 minute, then he's us or else the next minute. He's the fake reverend in the pulpit. Exactly. He made the song out of spite. The same reason why 50 Cent said something is because it's Floyd. They don't like Floyd. So there's the chance for them to jump on Floyd. And they faking like they care. Of course, Jeezy, another one. He was the reverend and the preacher man. I'm Reverend Preacher Jeezy. Next thing you know, they back to the trap. T.I. the same way. Go throw a couple of dollars in Walmart videotaping you. Yeah, I'm going to take everybody shopping at Walmart. Fill your carts up. I'm paying for it. You ain't paying for it. Rock Nation paid for it. Your boss, Jay-Z, paid for it. If anybody's an ideal of a nigga, is you. Tip. You jealous because you can't control who your wife want to hang around and be friends with, because you out here screwing everything. And then you got to buy her a car that depreciates with value as soon as you drive it off the lot, as you said in your song. You got to buy her new cars every time you go and screw another broad. Worry about your house. Can't even keep your wife in line. You can't even do right by her, because you chasing some chick that ain't got no money. And you worrying about somebody else. Now, I don't even want to be talking about Tip like this, because he's the ideal epitome of a fake individual. That's why I didn't want to even make it about me. So when I did the video, I just spoke here. He made a song. This is what he said about Floyd. This was Floyd's response. I took myself out the equation. But if I got to read it right, y'all got to know this guy stands for nothing but BS. He's Jay-Z's minion. He's one of Jay-Z's minions. Jeezy's another one. Now, I don't mind if people advocating because that's what they want to do, but when they using the advocacy as a new hustle, they preying off of y'all pain as they new hustle. Then I'm going to talk about it. Because now it's getting out of line. And everybody talking about Floyd ain't take a stand for black people. What is you talking about? He's standing in the way of black people. Somebody actually said that. Man, Floyd standing in the way of black people, man. That is the biggest misconception in the world. Because that's the main problem we suffer as a people. We are always focused on who isn't doing something than the people who are doing something. When Dr. Martin Luther King was marching, did you think everybody marched with Dr. King? No. Not everybody marched with Dr. King, did they? And did Dr. King in his march go, man, these Uncle Tom dudes over here, we marching for them. They should be here with us. Man, but they don't want to do all that. Did he take his time out to stop what the march was about, to focus on the people who wasn't marching with him? No. He kept his eyes on the prize because there was things to be done. And you ain't going to get nothing accomplished by doing that. So in the middle of all of this, nothing's being done. But my thing is this, Tip. Where's your boss? Where's Hove? Allow me to reintroduce myself. Where is he? Where's his statement in this movement? I don't hear him say nothing. I don't see a post. He Mr. Advocacy. He's the one that's leading this charge. He's the one that's a yachty now with the braids. He got the nappy hair, got a bandana. All he missing is a guitar. He think he's Jimmy. Now he got Meek. I understand Meek though. I ain't mad at Meek. Understand what he got to do. Shoot, he bailed him out. He owe him. It's like, look, I'm going to do this because this is what I got to do right now. This is what the movement is. So if the movement is this and this is the direction we moving, hey, he bailed me out, man. You know how much my lawyers cost? Shoot. Not everybody gonna be with you. You had Adrian Broner say, it's just a sweater. Now, I told you, as far as Gucci, boycott. Why is Tip talking 3 months? Well, we're going to boycott them for 3 months. 3 months? Why not all of them? Why not ban all the brands that they own? The guy who owns Gucci, the company, the curating company that owns Gucci, they own Benny Laga, they own VSL, they own all those companies. Why not ban all of them? Right? Why just Gucci? And instead of that, why don't Tip tell us who the black designers are that make clothes that we can go buy clothes from and stay fresh? Why don't you help the brothers out? Why don't you give them an option? But no, that ain't what you want to do. What you want to do is try to hurt their pockets so they can cut a check. And then they're going to do an apology and accept it. They need a check. So somebody got to get cut a check. They got to donate money to some foundation that y'all want to put together. And then you're going to go say, okay, it's cool to go back wearing Gucci again. So when y'all people are acting outraged, hold people accountable. Y'all want to hold Floyd Mayweather accountable for something he didn't even sign up for. But yet, y'all ain't looking at the people who ain't doing nothing, who advocating it. Okay, put their feet to the fire. Make them do something. Y'all gonna let them do all this talking and marching like they barking like they care and they down for the cause, then be down for the cause. They using your pain for it. Fake advocates, man, I swear. This is why people are in a jam they in now. They too busy focused on what somebody ain't doing. But they ain't doing nothing. They be like, but what you did though? If I had money, man, I've been doing this and that. You ain't had nothing. You thinking about balling out. Why he wasn't making no niggas when he was getting stomped out at Fatburger? When he was face to face with Floyd. He ain't make no nigga songs then. You had the opportunity to make your song then. Why didn't you do it? You could have sung all them lyrics to Floyd when he was right in front of you. Because according to you, he was doing the same thing he was doing in the song then. Why you didn't make no songs then when you was getting stomped out at Fatburger? Like he said, you made your money, Tip, doing what? Talking about selling drugs to the community when you was in the trap, rapping about selling drugs and doing crime. That's how you made your money. That's how you made your fortune, coming up, advocating violence and doing violence. Selling drugs to the community. That's how you made your money. That's how you made your bread and butter coming up. So who are you to judge somebody? Floyd has never done a drug in his life or drunk alcohol. Ever. Advocates a alcohol-free life, drug-free life. Yet, he has no tattoos on his body. Worked his butt off, earned his money on his own. Became his own boss. Meanwhile, you in servitude to another dude who controls your fate. If Jay tell Tip, we sick, he gonna be, we sick, sir? We sick. We's a sick. We's a sick, sir. If Hov tell you it's time to do this, guess what? You gotta move. You gotta rotate. You gotta move when another man tell you to move. So you're not in a position to tell somebody about being a boss or a leader, or you're not in that position. You are a minion under the dominion of Jay. And what's crazy to me is all these people, they quick to talk about sending goons after they brothers. But they won't send goons after Trayvon Martin's killer. You see that? They love to tell me they gonna send the goons after you. Jay gonna send them goons after you. Why would Jay send the goons after me? You would rather kill me. But yet, the person that killed Trayvon, you marching around with his parents and everything else, they get to waltz around scot-free. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Then send the goons. Talking about what Floyd did for Michigan. What did you do for Michigan, Tip? That's another thing. What did you do? You carried a bunch of bottled water that was paid for by Rock Nation. Rock Nation bought water and supplies and sent in and donations that they got tax rewarded for. That money was written off on their taxes. They didn't come out their heart to go do that. Jay was like, look, we donating this water. Y'all go carry that water over there. So you carry some bottled water over to Flint and act like you did something? You don't know what Floyd did for Flint. I have personally seen Floyd go in his pocket. No press, no media, no internet. Go in his pocket and give people money, buy hats and coats for people in his hometown. Because they didn't have it. Not for no publicity, not for nothing. He was just like, man, why they ain't got no coats and hats? And he went to the store and bought all them coats and hats and gave it out to him. Wasn't no press there to write about that. He didn't do it for that. He's a billionaire who still comes back to the hood and give money back to the hood. What billionaires you see in the hood? Y'all want to advocate something, advocate some people that's going to help people make money. Help people get out of the predicament they in. Why they ain't advocating that? Y'all keep making documentary producing on we producing this documentary on how this guy was in jail and he got killed. It's like that's not gonna help black people out their situation. Yeah, it's sad and that's a bad thing to see, but that's not gonna help people get out their situation. Start putting some programs together to help brothers get out of the situation they in and get better jobs and take care of themselves so they get careers. Help people get programs to teach them trades so they can have something to pass on to their children. Today's generation don't know anything. Your grandfather's day, your father's father, they knew how to do everything. They were the electrician, the mechanic. They could do 16, 17 different things in one. Teach the brothers something that they can be used for knowledge, for use. Something that's going to do them some good. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to teach them something, give us some tools. Because right now, all they're doing is a bunch of talking. Oh, stop the violence. We gonna come to the hood and tell them, come to Chicago and tell them to stop the violence. Oh, we gotta help the people in Chicago, right? Where they at? Come on, Tip. You disagree, King Ting? What do you disagree with? King, I appreciate your support and all the people that's donating, but I want to know what you disagree with. That's the part I need to know. Because if you don't think the brothers need to learn trades, and you don't think that that's the biggest problem we have, the less you know, the worse you do. Oh, Mr. Gray, shame on you. Just because I'm close to Floyd, I can't make sense? Oh, wow. This isn't a case of about Floyd and Tip. Tip is doing that and making it a case about him and Floyd because he's a shallow of a man. When a shallow person do things, they think inwards. He's thinking about self. Trust me. Do you think 50 Cent is doing this because he cares about advocacy? Yes, I hit my head. Exactly. But see, we're taught that. Thanks, Mr. Hogan. I appreciate that. Much love. But we're taught to hate each other. We know that. But the problem is not just that. We got this self-indulgence that we claim that we care about others, but we always thinking inwards. So it's time to hold the fake advocates to the fire. Put their feet to the fire. What are they doing? Jay-Z, right? I'm calling you out. Jigga, as another one. The ringleader of this advocacy. I'm calling you out. This is bigger than just Tip and Floyd. I'm seeing fake advocates, period. And Jay, I'm calling you out too. Calling all these fake advocates out. I want you to answer something, Jay. Since you brought the Barclays to the hood, right? When they brought in the Barclays to Brooklyn, right there in the hood, what did they do to the hood, Jay? When you did this deal and they used you as the face to pull off a move that they wanted to do in the neighborhood, you let them move out the black people, force all the brothers out of their place, and they got to go move out. Gentrification. When they put that place in there, they kicked all the brothers out. They raised the rent. They found ways to get them evicted and move them brothers out of their neighborhoods. That's what you did, Jay. That's what you did. That's what you signed up for. It was a gentrification move that put all those people that was around the Barclay Centers, all the brothers, kicked them out of their residence. They raised the rate over there, and they can't even move over there. It don't even look the same over there no more. Now, that was supposed to be for the brothers? So, yes, I'm calling you out too. Tired of fake advocates, man. I'm tired of them. And I'm not saying calling you out just to be brothers attacking brothers. I'm not on that. I'm saying stop doing this, going around pointing fingers and we trying to do this movement, we coming together. Do something. Show me something. That's all I'm saying. Show me. Show me something. Because all you finna do is come in here and pass out some doggone groceries to a couple of families and act like you're doing something, dog. That ain't helping nobody. Don't give them no food. Show them how to go fish and show them how to farm. Teach them how to get their own food. Now you're doing something. Groceries and food gonna run out. But it wasn't all good just a week ago. It was never all good. It's just time to start calling a spade a spade. We've been watching this go on for a long time, and everybody's posting and doing brunches and stuff like they making movements. And I'm like, dude, you making documentaries. What is the plan? What is your movement? What are you actually doing? I mean, I seen Chance the Rapper do more in 1 year than I've seen these rappers do in 15, 16 years. Why nobody got behind Chance the Rapper? It ain't about no music. It's about what he was doing for the people. Y'all didn't get behind him. He donated stuff to keep the schools open so these teachers can be able to have money to keep some of these schools open to teach these kids. They're closing schools. They overpopulating classrooms. Overworking the teachers. See, you're growing up in a generation where the kids of today, they know nothing. Your kid got to stay with you till he's like 22, 23 years old. And he still don't know anything. He still ain't ready for the world. Your father's fathers and your mother's mothers, at the age of 14 years old, they were able to run a household. Your kids are growing up. They're going to graduate from high school, college, get a bachelor's and a master's degree, and don't know anything about life. They can't make it outside in the world to save their life because they haven't been taught anything. Why is that? Well, you got to ask, why is there lack of education in the schools now? Lack of families. Right? Division. Gentrification. All these laws that are made for the women and not for the men. Man can't pay child support, he go to jail. A woman can't pay child support, she get welfare. And then they say black man ain't nothing. Right? Yet, we complain about the President of the United States of America knowing that these problems are way over succeeding our boundaries right now. You won't even talk to your alderman of your ward, the one that's responsible for your neighborhood. You won't even go talk to him and say, hey, why is my neighborhood a mess? Why they won't fix the paved, cracked cement in my concrete that we pay taxes for? Y'all don't even do that. Y'all don't hold fire to the mayor because they know you're not organized. You don't even know the neighbors on your block. But yet they want us to get unified to do something that they want us to do in the industry. First off, Gucci and all that stuff, boycotting Gucci and all that stuff, that ain't gonna help a black community. Period. We don't give a rat's A about Gucci. Just stop wearing it. It don't have to be a movement. The movement need to be with y'all rich people. Y'all the fools. Y'all the ones that was buying it and spending all the money on the luxury stuff. Most of the black folks can't even afford that stuff, so that wasn't affecting us. Gucci ain't oppressing the black man. We got bigger problems. I never wore it, so I never have a problem with saying buy the Gucci. Most black people don't have Gucci. They got fake Gucci. That's not our problem. But the people that own it, you don't see Jay-Z opening his mouth about it. They issued an apology, and that should have been good enough for Jay. Jay didn't post nothing on his Facebook about it, though, did he? He ain't opened his mouth one bit. You know why? Because those people that own that company, they own a lot of company, and they do a lot of business with Jay. And Jay gonna keep his mouth shut. But he'll let his minions do the talking. He gonna send out his mini-me's. Now, what Floyd should have done is not give in once he found, because Floyd didn't know. But when he found out, y'all act like it was worldwide news because y'all saw it on social media. There's a lot of people that don't be on social media, dog. A lot of people didn't know. And Floyd didn't know. He don't be on social media. Y'all think because somebody posts something, Floyd don't even run his social media. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have no idea how most of this stuff works. So when they told him about it, Floyd should have just stayed down, but Floyd have already committed to going to Gucci. So now he would look like he's doing something because somebody else didn't told him. And plus, who he gonna listen to? The guy from TMZ? He didn't know how big it was or everything else. Had he known, he probably would have just stayed out of it and wouldn't have made himself a headline. He wouldn't have spoke on it or nothing. But just because one person don't want to be down with what you're doing, don't mean the movement is destroyed because he ain't a part of it. See, that's the lunacy. Just don't wear it at all. But I want Jay to tell us who are some of the black, where are some of the black designers? Where are they at? Let's get them on the line. Let's get some of these black designers. It's a lot of black designers out here that make clothes. Let's go find them. Let's champion them. This is an opportunity to champion the brothers, the black businesses that are out there. Let's promote them instead of sitting there waiting for Gucci to cut you a check so you can go back wearing this shit in your closet. That's why the apology wasn't good enough for you, because you want a check. There's brothers out there that's making some high-end clothing that y'all could have supported and got behind. And this is the opportunity for y'all to do that, Tip. All you fake advocates, advocate something for the brothers. Y'all talk this black stuff and then go ahead and wear bingy lagers and all these other crazy Euro crap instead of supporting your own. I wore independent, black-owned, made from the hood clothes at the peak. It was cheap, and I had all my dope Adidas, all that stuff, Willie Escos, and I had my boy stuff. I said, you know what? This brother is making clothes. He putting it out there in the hood. I'm going to wear it. And I wore it and I rocked it because it's about who's wearing it, not about who designed it. His clothes, and I was like, I had them because his clothes never got out of Chicago. He made it here in Chicago. I'm like, cool, I got a personal designer then. And the clothes was fly. So when I wear it, it was gonna pop. Because people like, man, where you get that from? That's dope. I'm like, oh, this dude made this in the city. Not everybody out of state can have that. So I was cool. Shoot, you see how the billionaires dress? You see how Bill Gates dress? His whole outfit costs like $200. And he got billions. But yet, we spent about $2,000 on an outfit. Buying $300 pairs of Air Jordans. And we living in the doggone hood. $200 Gucci belts. I'm like, my mentality screwed up. This is broken home syndrome. When you come from broken homes, you lose the value of family. You lose the value of putting one besides your other self. Boom. You lose that value. Not really. I like my Mercedes. I don't have to boast about it, but I like my car. I don't never really boast about my car. But my car is nothing special. I don't let my car define who I am. I don't call myself Mercedes Carcino. My car don't define me. I was the same person and same personality before I had the Mercedes. Y'all know. Go back and watch any video I had before I even had a Mercedes. Same person. My clothes, nothing, none of this defined me. I defined me. Your self-worth have to come from more than what they label you as. Because you've been labeled that the only thing you're good for is your athletic ability and your sexuality. That's how they've deemed you your entire existence, that is your self-worth. And you fall into the trap of believing that. And you start believing that that's all you good for. So you boast about that. Because that's the only thing they will allow you to boast on. They don't want you to boast about intelligence and being smart and making business decisions. That's not what they want you to be confined to. No. He's good at sex. Yeah, that's right, girl. That's me. Sex machine. That's what they call me, big stick. Because I got a big stick. That's all they want you to do. Then, they want you to talk about your athletic ability. Man, I could play football, I could dunk, I could glide, I could pitch. They let you brag about those things because they want that to define who you are. They want you to pass that knowledge on to the next. Be the good athlete. Be the guy that talks about his sexuality all the time. Because that's all you're good for. That's what they want to label you as. They never say, hey, man, look at this dude. He a scientist. He went to school every day, started hitting the books. He learned the tech. No, not for you. Remember, you're only good for this. So when people start really advocating for things, then you start seeing and believing and saying, okay, if you're gonna be an advocate, we gotta hold your feet to the fire. What you doing for us? What are you doing for the people? What you gonna do that's gonna better the culture? What is your goals? What is your plans, Jay? What's your plans, Tip? Since you advocating, what are you advocating for? You against crime and gun violence? Okay, well, how are we gonna cut this down? What's the source of the problem? What meetings are you gonna do? I tell you who was at the meeting when we had a sit down. I tell you who was at that table. James Prince and Floyd Mayweather. They came to Chicago for the guns down, hands up. They came there for the round table meetings. They sat down and had a talk with the gangster disciples, the Stones, the Fools, everybody. I know because I was at that meeting. The brothers in the hoods and the communities who was out there doing something were there. Floyd was out there. Why do you want advocating for that, Tip? If you want to stop the gun violence, you got to give people options. You got to give people hope. You got to give people a way out. Because if you don't tell somebody, I don't want you to sell drugs no more, then what's the alternative? Okay, I'm going to stop selling drugs. You going to give me a job? There's no jobs here. There's no recreational centers. There's no place, no trade jobs. So what's the problem? Let's fix the plot hole. In areas that have less crime, what do they have? They have recreational centers. They got places where the kids can go and be kids. They have computer rooms. They have video arcade rooms to go to. They have all these different recreational things they could do besides go outside, get in a gang, and go cause trouble. They have trade programs in these little classrooms where they can learn to trade, where they can learn to do things. They have all these options and alternatives to do things. The communities that are not successful, they don't have these things. See, out here in the successful communities, or that's progressing with less crime, they have little summer jobs. They don't pay much, but they're good for the teenagers. They have enough little money they can pay their little cell phone bills. But they're learning how the workforce work. So they're making little money. They don't have time to go out and do crime and stupid stuff. They're too busy hanging out with friends. That's not regulated to color. That's about community. So when your community have no jobs in it, no recreational centers, no anything where a kid could do anything else but go outside and get in trouble and don't have any means of income coming in the house, selling drugs, stealing, all of these things are crime-driven areas, not dominated by color. Can't have an after-school program when you're closing schools. They don't teach music in school anymore. So without them teaching music in school, guess what gets lost? Music programs. No music program for you. All of that is forgotten. You get nothing. That's what you get for your self-worth. Nothing. And it's not based on color. Because in Minnesota, there are more white people on welfare than it is black. And in those areas, there's very high crime. Same one they have in the city here. People getting shot, drugs, everything. And there's nothing but white people in those areas. And their own welfare and food stamps, no jobs, nothing. Has nothing to do with color. Has something to do with the poverty. So it's not regulated to, well, black people just can't do. Nope, because they're white. Same problems. What's familiar? Same conditions. So the conditions is the situation. Because there are black people that are in very high paying, high middle class, upper class areas, and they don't have these problems. They're not walking around stealing. They have good jobs. There are places out in Atlanta. People have good paying jobs. Black people, they're not all walking around stealing. But that's what they want to portray to you. So you can feel that that is just an exception. We all programmed to want to do dirty. Yep, movies, entertainment, everything it told you in the movies. What did they teach you in the movies? The black guy's the cab driver. The black guy is the help. We had to play those roles so we could have the opportunity to someday be the Denzel Washington. To be able to direct movies. But now it's time to stop asking and begging for people to give us stuff. We've been asking and begging to be a part of something for hundreds of years. That doesn't work. It's time to start building your own thing and start unifying. You have to unify and say, we don't need them or their approval. Once you get to that point, you're going to be all right. The reason why they didn't say anything to Kodak Black is because people look at him as an ignorant black person. The guy has a second grade level of understanding. He's another person that's a product of the system. He's a product of a failed environment. It's amazing he's still alive from what he's come up from. So for him to, you can give a guy like that millions and millions of dollars, it would never change his situation of thinking. He thinks he's ugly because he's black. He's dark skinned. He doesn't like the fact that he's dark skinned. So he wants to marry somebody who's light skinned because he thinks he's ugly. That's the self hate that's been portrayed upon him. He doesn't see the beauty in himself and the beauty in his self being. He thinks he has to do something extra. That's the mentality. He's a product of the conditioning. And he's probably his whole life, people that look just like him made fun of him and called him ugly because he was black. Man, you black. So he probably grew up going through that whole mental psychology thing that make him hate himself. Yeah, I mean, that diss to Floyd could have been personal. We know it's personal to him, but the thing is this. Where was that when you was getting stomped out at Fatburger? You was face to face with Floyd Mayweather. All you had to do was take a swing. If you really wanted to, you gave you your shot. You were right there in front of him, face to face. When Floyd got up and stood in front of you, face to face, that was your shot, big man. You wanted to start some mess over some nonsense. Go on and take your swing. You didn't swing. You flinched. And you got stomped out at Good Burger. At Fat Burger, rather. So, that's that. Yeah, he swung on a security member. And he hit the security member on the arm and got pushed down. And then he ended up getting stomped out. As he got trampled. And all his boys could do was throw chairs. With women and children there, they're hurling chairs. Tip can act tough all he want. If he want to fight Floyd, go on and fight Floyd. You start taking up boxing, start hitting some pads. You said you ready to take on Floyd in a fight. Fight him. See what happens. See what happens. You want to see how you gonna come out? You done bulked up. You feel froggy? Go ahead. You done had a couple of boxing lessons, right? Hitting the pads. You think you ready? What's up?
What's up, bro? Dizzles?
Nothing too much.
What you on, my nigga?
I ain't here to talk about T.I. crazy stuff.
Oh, still kicking out their protest shit?
Yeah, he ain't here dissing Floyd now, so he got...
Floyd?
Yeah, he made a diss record about Floyd.
Why, cause Floyd wear Gucci and shit?
Yeah, Floyd went in the stove. Like, Floyd didn't know nothing about it. So when Floyd found out he was like still going in the store. I'm like, dude, what you care about? He's still mad. He he mad over that tiny thing. He he ain't never liked Floyd.
Right. This is time for that gay ass shit, nigga.
Yep.
This some real shit. We trying to make sure they hurt these motherfuckers' pockets.
No, I mean,
That's all
forget
he
their
gotta-
pockets. Don't go to him at all. He talking
Right.
this 3 months. It's plenty of black people out here that got stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's plenty of people, black designers that got clothes. Go buy for them.
Right. That's what
And
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm telling Tip. Like, look, instead of saying he talking this 3 months. 3 months, so what? You can go back. He just trying to get a check. That's all it is.
Cause you a Gucci man.
Right. You know, all of them, they feel stupid because they've been spending all that money.
He the one Gucci rag in my pocket. You
Yeah.
know, all that crazy goofy shit.
Right. But that's the thing.
Now you feeling bad because Spike Lee hit you across your head.
Yep.
Now you like, all right, I got to do something. Then you, knowing this nigga here, he don't look at no fucking internet, no TV, none of that bullshit.
Nope.
He don't know what's going on in the fucking world. He give a fuck less.
Exactly. And then they try to act like he holding up the movement.
Right. So you see this man walk in, you like,
Nah, he
Oh,
mad because his wife hang out with Floyd. He
this ain't
mad
no
about all
business,
that.
man.
Right.
That goofy
He
shit,
in his
man.
feelings.
Right, have some motherfucking feelings, man. Goofy ass nigga. Thought you was realer than that shit, man.
No, they all faking. Like Floyd put out Floyd, like, man, y'all frauding. He's like, y'all gonna boycott him, boycott all the people they own. They own the company that own Gucci, they own like Bing and Lion and all the rest of them. Boycott all of them. Why you
all
talking
the
3
white
months?
shit.
Why not permanently? Man.
Right.
But y'all ain't talking like that because they want to get a bag. That's what the whole thing about. They want them to cut some check. They want the Gucci people to cut them a check so they can donate to their charities. Then they want to go back to wearing Gucci. Like, oh, it's good now. We can go back to wearing Gucci
Oh, they
now.
doing something for the people now.
Yeah, now they doing something for the people. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't be following none of these dudes, man. All of that bullshit they be talking about.
You know what I'm saying? You niggas sit up there and talk all this bullshit. That's you hit it right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
All y'all want is some fucking sponsorship
Right.
or something, and then you be like, oh, okay, they ain't so bad. These niggas ain't so bad.
Yep. Yeah, I had to get to the city early.
Man, you know what fucked me up, man? I was in Glenview. It was a badass accident. And he was like, well, just sit there. I'm like, all right, cool. It never dawned on me. I'm like, I could be gone from fucking 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get ready to take off, right? I'm coming to the thing and shit. Motherfucking traffic say, oh, you ain't getting there at 4 o'clock. I'm like, I'm like, I bet you probably got somewhere to go or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was surprised they had my ass in Illinois yesterday. I've been rocking my ass in Wisconsin all
Wisconsin? What, like Wisconsin? Are they racing or something? Or Kenosha?
Nigga, Racine, motherfucking,
You can get your money in Racine, you know?
yeah, but it depends on how many miles I gotta take a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just a medical, just a transportation. We ain't no cab or shit. You know, I ain't with that cab shit. You know, we done seen too many motherfuckers do too many stupid shit to these motherfuckers that's need cabs. So.
Yeah, that's why I told you, man. The best thing to get the money now is sign